Number three tip when we're talking about, the things we need to be successful: leadership, management, and then supervision. Number three is supervision. Supervisors are focused on how the job is done. So leaders are focused on the goals and the targets of the company. Who do we want to be? Why are we here? What are we trying to create? Managers are focused on the goals of the company and achieving the goals of the company using the resources, which are people, process, tools, equipment, education, etc. And then last in line is supervision. And supervisors are focused on how the job is done. So much of our training is done as a supervisory role. I'm a supervisor. I'm going to come in and train you how to do things. And so we always need supervision and or training as an important part of being successful. Now, let's talk about training just a little bit. The most effective way to train somebody is, number one, is to have a kind of a documented written process. This is how we're going to inspect vehicles. We have a process. We start with checking the oil. Then we take pictures of the outside of the vehicle. Then we start the vehicle and we take a picture of the dash. Then we do a test drive. The test drive includes these 10 things that we do during the test drive. Then we do this, then we do that, then we do that. So we've described in our written and documented process how we go about doing a digital vehicle inspection and recording the information. And that's a process. And so what we want to do when we bring a new employee in is we want someone that understands the process, that's worked with the process, that's successful doing the process correctly, to sit down with that employee and train them on the process. So having a written documented process first is very valuable because they can read it. The second part of that training would be hopefully that supervisor would show the employee. So, hey, let's go look at a car. First thing we do is open the hood and we always check the oil because we don't test drive vehicles if they don't have enough oil in them. That might be the first step in our process. Now we're going to take pictures of the vehicle. Watch me do that. Now we're going to get in the car, take a picture of the dash with the car running. Then we're going to go on the test drive. And what I'm doing as the supervisor there is I'm literally walking through the process and I'm showing that employee, that new employee, how to do it. And then last but not least, well, maybe not last, but certainly next, is now I want the employee to show me how to do it. So, hey, new employee, now that I've shown you, I want you to walk me through the next car. So now the employee brings me to the next car and says, okay, we start by opening the hood and checking the oil. And the reason we do that is XYZ. And then next we take pictures of the outside of the car. Then we get in the car, we start the car, we take a picture of the dash, and then we go through the process. And as they're doing it and showing me, the supervisor, the person that showed them, I'm judging whether or not they understood what we were doing and that they're doing it correctly. And I may have to correct the behavior. I may have to show them a second time or a third time. But at some point, I have shown them how to do it. They understand how to do it. They can show me how to do it. And then I can check them off. I think it's really important as a supervisor and as a company to have kind of a sign-off sheet that this employee has been trained in the digital vehicle inspection process of the company on this date, and have the supervisor's initials or signature and the employee's signature. So I have three things going on. That, number one, I have leadership, which is creating the vision of who we want to be and what that looks like, motivates employees. I have management, which is focused on getting the job done, achieving the goals of the company, using the resources of the company. And then I have supervision, which is training employees on how to do the job, very focused on how the job is done. If I have all three of those things, then I have, and I have a employee that I can walk through that, then I probably and most likely have a company where we have consistency of process, consistency of inspections in this case, and an employee that can be successful. So those are the three things that we need to be successful in running a company.